I'm Professor Little Tony Pacenski. I'm here with Albert. We're going to shoot how to get out of the topside crucifix, even if the person is trying to elbow you. Let's get started. So the position looks like this. It's very dangerous to be in. Do not catch yourself in the bottom on a topside crucifix. So it's underhook, and then my arm is stuck between his legs, either in the middle, over one windshield wiper with his ankle trapping me here, or here. In which case I can't get out of the position with my minimal escapes. He can use this top hand to elbow me in the face and in the head. Good. Let's spin this way. So he gets the underhook. Here, this could be under my head, or it can be over, but he gets my arm trapped between his legs. Here. Now, from this point, he can use this hand to elbow me in the head, in the face. He can push my face down here and then elbow me here in the face to cut me up, or just really do some damage here where I can't use my hand, because when this hand comes in, he starts elbowing me in the head. Right here, yeah, I come like this, he can get me in the Americana. Right, so this is a really dangerous position to be caught in a real fight. Okay, so he has me in the underhook, and he might be able to elbow me. So let's look at that first. When he has me in this underhook pressure, here, he needs this hand to come to the other side, to come up to elbow me. There's nothing stopping me from doing this and hiding my face, right? From here, this hand is going to hold around his neck. So now I glue my ear to his armpit. Try to elbow me, please. It's going to be much harder. Good. That's what I'm going to be doing essentially, just to defend myself, be in the fight a little bit longer. I need to lift my head up and like put my ear into his armpit as this hand hugs tight. And I'm not like doing like a muscle grip, but just kind of gluing myself to him. Here. Good. Spin this way a little bit. So I get caught, and now he lifts up. I'm listening here. Now, I can do all this because my hand is free. When it gets trapped between his legs, either in the middle or in a windshield wiper on the north or south, I can still listen to his bicep, listen to his armpit, and glue my ear here to buy myself time. Good. So that is fundamental. This is what you need to be doing just to survive. Now, let's make the assumption that the person's bigger and stronger than us, and they do trap the arm in the topside crucifix. And they're either going to have my arm trapped on the south with the windshield wiper, in the middle, or in the north with the topside leg. So, Albert catches me here. In the underhook, I'm listening to his bicep, my hand goes here. Now, it's going to be very hard. This is the struggle. This is where people get, even if there's no punches involved, no elbows, just trying to free your arm up. Because right when you kind of straighten out the arm here, he'll switch to the top here. It's just a windshield wiper game. And then I'm stuck here, and then I get it kind of free here, and he does that. It's like, man, I can never get out of this. Meantime, you're trying to elbow escape, you're doing all these things, and you're trying to grab your hands together, and that doesn't work. And even if I get my hand in the middle, it's the same thing. Like, I can clasp my hands here, but then let me get my hands clasped, and then he breaks them open. Yeah, and I'm like here, my hand goes to the mat a little bit, and then we're back into the windshield wiper game. So he's going to influence this. He's just going to change. As I start to bend my arms and stuff, he'll just be ahead of me. And then I'll get stuck. In the meantime, my hand might come in front of his face. He gets me in the arm lock, and I'm just stuck. So I want you to think of it like this. When he elbows you, you need to come up, right? When he elbows you, look, I bring my elbow to the mat. And my hand comes up. Now, I'm good. I'm going to be able to free my arm up. If it's in the middle, if it's caught in the north, or if it's caught down here in the south. Bring your elbow to the mat. Like, I'm going to elbow the mat. And my hand points up here. Going to get my monkey hooks ready, my thumbless grip. Because it doesn't matter to me where my hand is. If it's here in the middle or north or south, I'm going to do this. Now, stop me from doing this, Albert. Go. You can't stop that. So what I'm doing is I'm elbowing the mat and keeping this hand north. I bring my legs over and I grab my top of my thigh here. Just like this. I bring everything tight. Since my elbow is on the mat, I can use it to manipulate his shin and his ankle, because that's what I want to do. I want to use it like a windshield wiper and scrape the mat. Now, this is good, right, to do something like that, but might as well cause a reaction. As I get to here, I'm going to bump with my knee and also the connection of my wrist and my leg together. I bump him, he goes north, or you can pull him north, and now I use my elbow as the windshield wiper to catch this crooked Coyote half guard. His knee is compromised. Try to straighten out your knee. You cannot do it. I come here, and now I can slowly half guard sweep him. So that was the elbow without anybody on me. Move this way a little bit. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Hug his back. Listen to his armpit. Get your ear into his armpit so you don't get elbowed. Elbow down. Here. Catch it. Top knee. Top thigh. Elbow tight so you can do this. Now I'm going to bump him. I'm going to pull him. And then I can scrape my elbow to get that Coyote half guard with his knee compromised, and then I can start to sweep him over. But Tony, what if he does the south or the north with his windshield wipers? It's almost the same thing. So now he's got it like this. I'm not going to fight to do this game all of a sudden. He'll just switch to the other side. Bring your elbow down, leg up. Now try to do a windshield wiper. It doesn't work anymore. Here. Same thing. Lock, catch. Now I actually have him in an old school ankle grab here. Now his knee is compromised. I start to move my hip underneath him. Sweep. And then finally, what if he has me in the south with his windshield wiper? My hand went here. So I'm not going to struggle here. Elbow the mat, bring your hand to the ceiling. Try to windshield wiper from here. He can't. Like, he can't go like one to the other. Go. It can't happen anymore. Keep going. Do it again. It doesn't work anymore. Good. Tight, nice and tight. Try to elbow me. Can't happen. Good. That one, I guess I had to use my hand. Hold tight. Good. Albert, lie down here, please. Feet this way. Head that way. Move a little bit. There you go. So, this happens a lot. Kazuri Kaskatami. You guys hear punches. Good. Traps the arm. Now they have this here. Elbows. Good. Hug my back with your hand. Good. So I can scissor the knees. I can play this game. And eventually what I'm trying to do is push his head down to elbow him. So he's got to listen really hard. Now, elbow up to the mat. Good. Now, grab your top thigh. That's it. That's the position. Good. Try that with the south. Good. Try that with the north. Okay. Now, keep it. Now, Albert, use this knee and this arm to bring me north with your pressure. Good. Now put me in the guard. Yes. Good. Keep that tweaked. Freeze right there. You need my knee, this bottom one, on the mat, bent. Okay, this is where it's really bad for me. When you keep this nice and tight and you start to bring your hip underneath me, freeze. I'm really like cradled up and my knee's being tweaked. Keep going underneath me, and then I sweep. Good. I get swept. Good. So this is a technique that we've been playing with in how to stop one of the most difficult positions to get out of, which is the bottom position and being in The person at the top is in the top side, cross side crucifix, and they're playing that windshield wiper game with their legs, or they have your arm trapped in the middle. And you're trying to do all these things. You're trying to put the person in the guard. You're trying to clasp your hands together, do all this sophistication. And it's like, you need to buy yourself some time. Listen to his bicep, hide yourself. And in the meantime, dig your elbow to the mat and point your arm to the ceiling. And then you can use it as a windshield wiper, hooking and grabbing your top side thigh. The person can't stop you from doing that. And it really ties up the legs. And now the person has to start thinking about that or they're gonna get swept. Thanks for watching.
So